Hello, my friends, and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. So today we're actually going to do something a little different. I wanted to share with you my top 5. Actually, it's actually 6, but you'll see why I said it's 5. Oracle decks. These are really good decks for beginners. I just love all of them, and there's a reason for it. So here we're just going to start right off the bat with the first one is the Wisdom of the Oracle. These are divination cards. You can see it comes in a really nice box. It's from Hay House. It's done by Colette Baron Reed. And she does a lot of Oracle cards and tarot cards. But out of, I think, all the decks that I've seen from her, this is definitely my favorite. So the reason why I love this, I actually wrote little notes for myself, because otherwise I would usually make a really long video. Alright, so why I love it. I love the dream quality of each card. I love how it has all these details that you can kind of, like, as a reader, I like to just pick up on different things. For example, this one has a moon, owl, not a moon, but an owl. So you can kind of, like, there's usually owls are intuition, they have wisdom. The window here open allows that you're actually seeing the blue sky. So you see, like, there's so many different qualities to it. I can focus on different aspects of this card, and I think it allows me to get a better reading. And it feels really intuitively. I feel intuitively connected to these cards. It's like they really usually are. They're spot on with my readings. They usually tell me what I need to hear. Okay. Also, what I love is that they have the words here on the bottom, truth be told, but they don't give a whole definition to them. So it allows me to, like, use again my intuition, to just kind of, and basically with this, it just allows me to see the whole card. I don't have to just focus on a meaning that was already kind of predetermined. I'm just like, oh, okay, I could see that we have the mask here, so it's like there's a mask being hidden. So these cards are really good. They also have, like, really good card stock. Like, it's nice and thick, and it feels really good. It has a glossiness to it. I would have loved it to be matte just because it's better when you're filming. But overall, these are, like, really good quality cards. Alright, sorry. Yeah, you can actually see that there's, like, the back end itself is really pretty. They're really good at giving general advice. When I do reading, and I can actually even do just by itself, just like to see what's happening in my life. I like to just usually like once a month or like once a week if I'm feeling, or whenever I'm feeling kind of unsure or just something is feeling off, I just kind of shuffle them. Oh yeah, these are a little larger, so I usually shuffle, yeah, vertically. Sorry, I just made everything shake. So just kind of like shuffle, and again, I just kind of pick a card, and it's serendipity. See, so this would help me figure out the situation. So now to the book. So I usually read them without looking at the book, but sometimes, like in a reading that I'm doing on YouTube, I definitely don't really look at the book unless I've done so before, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is like the best thing. So each card has a number, and you just look it up, and so it's just really cool. It has essential meaning, oracle message, relationship message, and prosperity message, protection message. So it's like, it has a good book with it, so if you want to just learn each card, you can. But I really feel like they're really good for just intuition reading. You can just kind of go with it, especially when you're putting them with tarot cards. Oh, and another thing that I do love about them is that there is that, like the dream, but it's also like has like a little fantasy quality to them as well. It also has a lot of animals, which I actually like. I would say it's a very, like, positive feeling deck. There are some cards that are a bit sad, but they're usually, like, very positive. So that is my deck number 1 that I love. You can buy this at Hay House. Sometimes they have really good sales, so I do recommend that you go look at their site. Because I bought this one on Amazon, but I saw that it was a little cheaper at Hay House, so do check it out. This is like my all-time favorite. I really use it a lot, and I just love it. So my second, well, I actually love all of them, but is Moonology, the Oracle cards. This is another Hay House deck, and it's by Jasmine Bolin with the artwork by Nyx Rowan. Oh, and the artwork. Oh, I mean, like, the artwork itself is just amazing. So the artwork is just really beautiful, and it just gives you a lot of like little, well, these are more general, but like little details to notice here too, with the moon, with the branches. So it's kind of based on like the different aspects of the moon as it goes through the phases of the moon. And it does have like these beautiful artwork. I also love the back of the artwork at the back, and it does have the words at the bottom, which kind of give you a meaning and definition. Sorry, so yeah, so I like that. A big thing that I do love it. I mean, I love that they're matte, which is really good. I'll show you my favorite card. Have faith in your dreams. Isn't that like most beautiful? It always takes my breath away when I actually look at it or get it. I'm just like, wow, there's just so much beauty. It's like this deck just feels really magical. That's what I really have to say. Like, it just feels magical to hold. And what I really like is that we have like a new moon in Sagittarius and the full moon in Sagittarius, so it has like this reading. So to me, it's always kind of looking at the dark, the shadow, and the light side of things. I like that. This deck is really, really good for readings like where you actually want to know what's happening, like with a situation or maybe a project. It actually like kind of like a new start is coming. So it's just, I would say for kind of specific answers, this is a really good deck. It's very good. Yeah, and the card stock is like amazing. Okay, so let's go about. Okay, before I go into the book though, so like again, like how it says that there is like a little sentence at the bottom, I do say like it's really very specific, kind of self-explanatory, but it does have a book with it. So the book with it is actually has more. It's like it has a good amount of information in it as well. I don't usually use the book when I'm doing a reading for a YouTube or anything, but for myself, I kind of go through it because it's just fun. So each one has like, it has the same thing that was written on the bottom of the card, and it gives you like what the message is. It has a tune with the moon, so like it gives you a little sentence. So recommend healthy morning and evening routines. Oh, sorry, that kind of goes, there you go. Additional meanings for the card, and then the teachings of it too. So this is like again, I think this is a really good beginners and not even non-beginners, just in general, this is a really great deck to have. It's very insightful. It feels magical. There's beauty to the cards. I highly recommend it. And these, I think they're usually like between $15 to $20 on Amazon. Hay House is around the same, unless there's like a little sale. So not terribly over budget. I just thought that. Okay, so this is the Mystical Wisdom card deck. Written by Guy Guthrie, and the art is by Josephine Wall. So, just in general, like I love that it's kind of, you can actually see even by the box that it has a fantasy quality to it. I love the artwork is really what draws me to this deck. So because it's all like fantasy based, there's like, there's also like different pictures within the whole visual, which I think is really good because as a reader, you can spot different details, and it just kind of lets you know what is drawn to it. Even just like as you're reading for yourself or for others, it's just like, oh, it draws you in different aspects. You see like there's little fairies, there's even a dragon in here, we have the phoenix, there's a unicorn in there as well somewhere in. So it's just, It's really fantasy based. At the bottom there's always like a new beginning, so it's like kind of like a title of what the card is, and then it gives you a definition like begin your new life anew. So it makes it kind of easier in a sense too, but it still has so much visual that it allows you to use your intuition with it. The cardstock is good. I wouldn't say it's as good as the Hay House ones, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The back, not as exciting to me as the other ones. It's okay. It's just like, oh, it's just kind of exciting, but not, it's all right. The size is pretty big, so shuffling them it's a little hard. I shuffle vertically because of that. So let's So let's do what I like about the book. Yeah, so I do like that it's fantasy, dream kinda. Oh, there's the dragon! I was telling you about the dragon, so here it is. Discover your courage. So, yeah, basically it's like a lot of visual for me that it does. It's just that, and this is like a really kind of happy deck. There's no, I would say, like, no darkest stuff in there. There's no, yeah, it's like, even if it's like, oh, you're lonely and stuff, it just shows it by the color and maybe, but it still has the magical aspect to it, like a magical fantasy to it. So yeah, let's actually go into the book. So the book has it has a little tidbit of what it means, the message, and then what I also like is that it has, come into focus. It has a mantra at the bottom, yeah. So I trust the magic of life to fulfill my desires. So I kind of really like that a lot. This is just good for giving advice in what's happening in your life. I sometimes just pick it up just to see what's happening. Again, sort of like the Wisdom Oracle, but it's just a little different. I don't know. There's like a little, I would say the Wisdom Oracle is very practical. This has a little more magical to it too. Moonology also does have good advice as well, but general advice, this to me, the Moonology is more specific. General advice is this one, and I really do like it. It's again at the same time, it's the same price points. It's like around between the 15 to 25 mark, and this one is done by the US Game Systems Inc. I tried looking there to see if they have any kind of specials. They did not. So if you find it like on Amazon and it's a good price, that's where I would go. Next is this one, my little Pixigans Daily Inspiration Deck. Oh my god, I love this thing. I love to use it daily, just like it says. It also I like to use it for actually whatever it is that's happening, even like weekly, monthly, just to give me like a little, what should I be focusing on, like kind of like, inspiration for the month, inspiration for the week. And one of the aspects that I really love, I love all the artwork. I love the characters. Like, these are all characters in the Carnival Crusade. Like, so every one of them has like kind of like a name here. They have the Leonard roll a lot. So it's kind of funny. It's cute. But it has a Halloween feel, which I love. I also love the back of the cards too. 'Cause it has a very, again, this is like to me a very magical deck. It's also very positive. It has no books, but it does have like sorry, I didn't mean to shake the cards. No, it has a daily inspiration deck. It tells you how to use it. It has one card that tells you how to do it and what to do with it. Sorry, I keep knocking you down, guys. So I usually these are pretty big, so I shuffle them vertically again, and you can kind of see like my hand. I guess the decks are so much bigger than my hand. I have to show you like my favorite card in this deck. This is my favorite card in this deck. I love it because it reminds me of me. It's short and it's round, just like I am. And it's just like super cute. So it's like, for example, his name is Couscous, or her name is Couscous, I don't know. The gratitude shifts awareness, changing the world you see before you. Like, see, like these kind of, like, it just really, it's just really uplifting and kind of gets to the heart of the matter, all these words. So these ones, that's why it doesn't really have a book, because it kind of tells you what the meaning of each card is. Again, it's a visual, so you can kind of see, you can kind of get your own reading. But this is, although I do have that, I really do use this one more with the words, just because it's like, oh, you're a creative force that shapes your reality. But it really has this kind of Halloween feel to it. Yeah, and it's also like I find it very true to it. Like it's very attuned to me, and I just, even when I opened it the first time, I loved it. This one was actually 21 something, so it's like, again, I think that's kind of, I never seen it go down further than that, so it's usually right around the 20-25 area time, how much it costs, at least on Amazon. Okay, and so for the last one, but really two decks, and these guys are Sea Melodies and Secret Gardens. I put them together because they're very similar. Basically kind of have the same, they're made by the same person, have the same qualities to them. They don't have a book, they tell you how to use the card. The card stock is really good. Pixikins has good cardstocks too. It's a little thinner than, I guess, the Hay House or even this one. And don't do what I did and put it underneath your pillow. It'll ruin the card. Why I put it underneath the pillow? It's just, I wanted to get, I don't know. It seemed like a good idea at the time. But anyways, these are nice and good. These are they don't have as much visual, but it does have this little thing at the bottom that does change with whatever the reading is. Like Radiance, this one has a little sunflower. So it's really cool. I love the back of this card. It has like a little tea set that is floating. This is a really cool one too. It has, this is a little shiny. And again, it's very similar. They have a word and they have a little like sentence that what it means, each word. So rescue, help others in need, or ask for assistance when needed. This is the back of this card. These are just really good advice daily. I do use them daily too. I guess I get a lot of stuff. They're good for general advice too, and I love the size because they're so small. These ones I can actually shuffle horizontally. So I'm very proud of myself. And so it's really good. They're really good deck. Both of them are, you can get either one. They're pretty much, they kind of repeat the words and everything. It's just somehow, I really like having like a mermaid one. I also like garden stuff, so those are good. They have more that are very similar to these, but they're kind of hard to get. They're really sold out there. I think there's like the In the Woods or something like that. Those that have like a little fortune cookie ones too, which I've been wanting to get, but first of all, they're off right now. They're a little bit too high priced because I guess they are hard to find. So these guys are usually like $10-12, so good price. Good if you're like wanting an oracle deck and you don't want to spend too much about it. This is like good. It gives advice. I use it in every almost like either one of these decks I use in my readings for weekly readings, so I usually use them. I love these cards. They're like, I use them a lot. Yeah, they're just also like, again, they're very intuitive. They you can really get the advice that you need from them. So that's it. This is all my, like, it's actually supposed to be 5, but it's 6, but I kind of count these as like 1. So these are my 5 top decks, oracle decks, and they're very good for beginners. So now I'm actually going to do a very quick reading, and I just have to sort these things, and it'll just be based on kind of whatever situation or like question that you have or that you're thinking of. Alright, so just stay tuned and I will be back. And we're back. Okay, so this reading is I'm gonna need you to just think of a question or like concern, like think about it in your mind, and I want you to close your eyes, inhale, as you think about this concern, question, or whatever it is that is think that's in your head. And now as we exhale and open our eyes, I want you to choose whichever pile calls out to you, and that's the pile we'll do, and hopefully that will give you an answer or some sort of insight into what's happening. All right, let's do this. Okay, group one, this is a pile for you, and I'm just gonna shuffle and get 3 tarot cards. Okay, two. So we have. It's actually funny because that's a 4-4. If you get another 4, that's pretty. Oh, okay, let's see. Oh, no, it's a 6, but it's still pretty cool. So these are what we'd say. I just wanted to use this time. So we have a victory of sorts. It's interesting because it's a victory of sorts here, and then we also have 4 of Pentacles, which is like feeling. I want to say like you have to kind of hold on to things, trying to hold on to things. And 4 of Cups, which is like a kind of like bored, apathetic, not really noticing that life has so much to offer you. But a victory. So here we have the cards, tarot cards, and what I like to do is I like to use the oracle so we can see. So wild. Believe in your otherworldly beauty, dance with the waves, and drink in the sunshine. I think that goes with victory. So here you're using the mermaid deck here, and we're going to use the secret card here. Success. Bloom wherever you are planted. And it's an interesting, because this is why, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I love that, because this is definitely a victory. There is success there of when the cards highlight, they accentuate, the oracle cards accentuate whatever else the tarot cards are saying. Okay, so here we have, this is from Pixikins, and here, everything that's ever happened formed the incredible being that you are. So it's, and here I think that has to do with apathy. So, and I think, so there's like here, sorry, this is not like a traditional reading in terms of like, I wanted to just really highlight the oracle cards. But here what it is, it's like, it seems like there's a certain sense of lacking self-confidence, lacking self-esteem, and really, it's interesting because it's like, okay, and that might be part of the apathy. He's like, the person here is like with the arms crossed, and I think it has a lot to do with being resigned in a sense. It's like, oh, kind of closing yourself off. Here is interesting. And here we have, you deserve a cherry on top. And I think that has to do with success. Because, I mean, to be successful, it must have taken effort. Here we have, walk through your fears. And there's the fear of like, you're holding on to something so tight because you're afraid of losing it. And usually that's how we lose things. I'm like, oh. And there's a message in the bottle. So there's something that is coming, like, that's important. There's something that's coming that's very important for you. I actually would say with the 4 of Cups here, with the cup here, it's a message of something that's supposed to bring you prosperity. So overall, you could kind of see how the oracle cards work and how they're like so amazing. Love that we have the little bottle here and the message, and instead of like just like a regular written note, we have a phone. It's like, so probably you're going to receive some sort of phone call in terms of something that you've been wanting, something that was going to really fulfill you. This is like represents the Ace of Cups here, so that's definitely something. And the fear of letting go, I think, to allow, like, to really, I want to say to be even more abundant than you are, because it's always kind of holding up in fear. Although you're victorious in many ways, like, I think you're afraid of losing what you've gained. But just let go of that fear, and I think you will stop closing yourself off to all more possibilities that are happening. Also, take time to like acknowledge the person you are and you've become, and know that it took hard work, but everything was totally worth it. And like, look how much stronger you are. There's victory here. And take time to enjoy it. Like, give yourself the cherry on top. Okay, that is it for you, group 1. I hope this helped. I mean, the reading, but also just seeing my top favorite oracle cards and how awesome they are, especially when you pair them with like tarot cards and just really get a good sense of it. So I hope that helps. Oh, so thank you for watching. If you actually like this, please do tell me down below, and I'll actually do more videos like this. I just say this because this is totally new to me. So thanks again, and I'm sending you lots of love, lots of happiness, lots of love, and lots of fun. All right, bye-bye. Hello, group 2. We're going to definitely use the oracle cards, but before that, I actually want to do a little tarot cards just to see in general what we are dealing with in terms of the situation that you thought of for your question. Okay. I love when they just fly out. They're letting me know it's important. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. That's really good. That's like, aces are new beginnings, and it's also like a new beginning with something that is financial. It's also like kind of like an answer to your prayer. We have 5 of Swords and 2 of Swords. That's an interesting combination right there, because both things are like, these are more like thoughts and worries and fears. So we have like, there's uncertainty. There's like something that you might have to make a choice, but you're not sure what to do. You're kind of going at it blind. And here we have like 5 of Swords. Again, is like a separation. It's a sad separation. Like, there is like sadness in the separation, but sometimes it's a necessary separation. Okay, so definitely, but very positive things. Okay, so here is like the cool thing. The whole purpose of this is to highlight the oracle cards though. So take the helm, be in control of your own ship. So here, I think here is like, you have the ability. I always say we always kind of know which choice to make. We're just afraid of making it. That's what it is. Surprise, venture down the rabbit hole. I think this has to do with the new beginning. So like, or maybe it even has to do with this one too. See, like how there's a little rabbit, and take the helm is like a little captain's cap. Sorry, I just wanted to point out how awesome these oracle cards are. So we have, again, this Pentacles. We have here the 5 of Swords. Choices. What was I going to say about choices? Oh, right, I wanted to say that sometimes we do know the choices and we're afraid of making it, but we're afraid of making it because we think that we'll miss out on something. Or maybe because we will. But here we go. Rubicon. Even the hardest puzzles hold a solution. Yeah, it feels like you already do know the answer. It's like you do know the answer and there is a solution for, I think, this thing. And soar in the direction of your dreams. Again, helping you. So it's kind of like telling you, choose the path that leads you to your dreams. Here we go with this one. A new start is coming. Yes, you see, this is what I'm talking about. They're so spot on. So yeah, a new start is coming, and it's definitely one that's going to lead you to like prosperity and something that you really want. So we have this one, and let's see what this one is. Deep knowing. Again, you know you have the answers to this choice that you have. There's a choice that you have that you're having a hard time making. But you already know. I think you're just afraid of having to walk away from something. It makes you a bit sad, but there is a good thing happening. It's a new beginning that is really prosperous and like happy is coming for you. Like, do you see all this stuff? So like, that's what I basically, the cards are kind of like, that's why I love oracle cards, and especially these oracle cards, because they really, I don't know, they really go well with any reading. They really know what to tell you, like when you need to do it. So please consider actually, getting yourself at least one, so that just for your daily kind of, whenever you have questions that you need answers, or you're stuck in a problem, or like right here you need to make a choice and you're not sure what to do, you should totally grab yourself one. It's really it's worth it. And they have like really cheap guys right here. These guys are $10. They're really nice. I'm not making a commission or anything from this. I love Oracle cards. I didn't know about them. I think because my first experience was not good, and I'll share that in another video of my oracles that I don't like. They're okay, but they're not my favorite. I figure I'll do a video about that. So if you have the most, you have the least. Okay, sorry, babbling. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if this video actually, was like content you want to see, because it's something I just wanted to try out, see if people like it or not. I do not know. So I hope this like actual reading did help. I think you're on the right path. Just, I know sometimes we get scared to make choices, because we're gonna have to, when you make a choice, you're kind of cutting off another part, the other option, but it's, which one is good for you. Always soar in the direction of your dreams. All right, thank you for watching. And if you like it, please consider subscribing and liking. It helps me grow my channel, and I truly appreciate that. I am sending you lots of love, lots of light, lots of fun, lots of happiness, and goodbye. So group 3. So we're gonna see what is happening in what situation you thought of, in using the Oracle cards, but we also always want to do a little tarot cards with it as well, just to see what's happening in this situation. So we have the Death card, so there's an ending of some sort. Let's see what other stuff. Oh, okay, we got the Knight of Pentacles, which is actually interesting. So that's like a message, is also like you're moving forward slowly but steady. It's a steady feeling. Yeah, and here we have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is like, it's interesting because you have like an ending of some sort, but we also have like steadily working towards like your goals, like especially seems like career goals, and financial goals. Definitely interesting. So here's the part where we get to use the Oracle cards to just also help us in general, and just to highlight these guys. So we have Serenity. Value quiet days with only the rustling leaves breaking the silence. I think you feel very serene when you're working. Just there's something about the way he's kind of hammering at things, and it feels like that. And just see, they have little leaves there. Sorry. And here we go. Protection. Keep some aquamarine close. Mermaid tears have been known to create these precious gems. So there's something that I feel like, so here is, for example, I would say something is happening that, I don't normally, I wouldn't, okay. Let me go back and say that keep protection, yeah. Sorry, I don't want to say something unless I know it, just like, oh, huh. But just be careful. I really do feel like that is important for health reasons too, like aquamarine protection, and just in general from somebody. I feel like there's like not positive energy being geared towards you. There's something that like protection, definitely. Spray yourselves too with some sage. Where aquamarine, I also would say quartz also. Just like there seems like there's like some sort of negative energy being directed towards you. I don't know why, but that seems like that is something, and it's not for everybody, but it's gonna resonate with somebody if it feels like. Yeah, that's very strange. Okay, so you are amazing and never forget it. I think you kind of tend to forget because you're so you don't feel like you're going a little fast enough, so it feels like you need to rush, and you're like, oh, everybody else is getting ahead very quickly while you're just kind of steadily going through everything. So just go steadily and you'll see that everything's good. Do more of what makes your spirit radiate. It's really funny. So again, I think, and I really think that for you, what really like thrills you is work. Like it may not, it may not be actual, but it's just like, it seems like you really take pride in it. So work in like maybe passion projects too. It's like working at something that you really love. It seems to really make your spirit radiate. Here, the energy is gaining momentum. Yes. So it's important also to remember that, again, like even though we're here going steady and slowly, like there's a momentum to things, and if you keep going at the pace that you're going, things are going to like change. There will be like an end but a new beginning. I feel like transformation of some kind. Building blocks. Wow. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Everything is kind of geared towards that. Building blocks. So yeah, you are building everything slowly but surely, but it's a good foundation. That's what you're feeling. That's what you're really getting. Slowly but surely you're moving forward towards it. Really want to, like, this is actually kind of I have to say that is a bit bothering me. The protection and the death is protect. Okay, so what do we need protection from? Sorry. So we have clarifying stuff. Okay, much better. So sorry, it really bothered me. Like seeing death next to the protection just really bothered me. So it's the protection from, I think you are very steady working, but you're not taking the time to rest, which will, I think, is like a potential for making you sick. That's really what I want to say. Like you need to rest and take it easy. Yeah. It's like, even though you're working awesome and you love it and you enjoy it, but also do take time to like serenity. I think this one, you do enjoy life, but you also need to take time to rest and to take these where it's just quiet. Because you really, I think I'm getting a real like feeling from your body. It's like, I need you to like giving you time to rest, take it easy. Aquamarine, spend time in water around that area, like water, somewhere where you can, or like nature, some sort of nature where it's like you can recharge. I feel like you're being drained a little bit. You're way focused, which is not a bad thing. I'm just like, just be careful and then just take care of yourself. It's very important to me. But overall, everything is gaining momentum. You are going towards your dreams. It is going to be happening. Just make sure that you do take time to work this, like, rest. Okay, that is it for you, group 3. Sorry if it was a bit weird. It's just sometimes when you read certain cards and you feel like certain energy, it's like, what's going on here? Okay, so hopefully you saw why it is that I love these oracle cards so much. They're really, like, they're special to me. I hope, like, and if you were wondering, oh, what oracle cards I should get, I think any of these guys are pretty awesome. Please let me know if this, like, video content actually helped at all, or if you liked it. I'm not sure if, like, you want to see more of this content or not. So if you actually let me know, comments below, or I will know to add more to it, because this is all new to me. So I appreciate you so much, and I'm just sending you lots of love, lots of light, lots of fun, lots of safe and calm, relaxing time your way, and thanks again. Bye-bye.